Hey guys, this is Lion of Judah from the Guild 7 from Thunderhorn server. So glad to be with you on another video, and this is the video that I was talking about earlier in my past video of or the 7 guild open up its doors. And I have with me in this video is the founders of 7, which is Zandam and Zeratul. Go ahead and say hello.
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 And I have one of the oldest members in this guild as well, Mogwin. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello, everybody.
You don't have to call him old. That's not nice.
Whatever. So 7.
Tenured.
Where did 7 come from? How was it founded? What happened for y'all to make this guild?
Well, as a warning to people, the founders are from New Jersey, so we curse a lot. You've been warned. Uh, Basically, we were players who got tired of fucking the elitist douchebags and guilds that were, guild leaders thought there was some high on king you couldn't talk to, so we decided to do our own. And the whole game was to not be douchebags, but have quality people to raid with and have fun with, and not take shit too seriously, but try to be somewhat semi-hardcore raiders. And the guild started back pretty much in '07. We kind of were in a guild that was trying to be something, but the guild leader was kind of useless as a person on Earth. And he left to join a better guild and gave the guild to some like level 14, and then that guy came on and gave the guild to me. What me and Zandan were trying to like grow that guild, even though we weren't officers or nothing. And I got it, and then that former guild leader came back a month later after he got kicked from said guild he joined that was supposedly better because he was a waste of oxygen. And he demanded the guild back. I told him to go suck a dick. Andrew said it. I think Andrew is Zandam. That's his first name, so you might hear us say that. Mogwin is Ben. I'm Gary. And it pretty much we went from there. We started recruiting. We got good players. We went from Burning Crusade, even though we played prior to that in Vanilla. We started trying to raid in Burning Crusade and got the guild built up in a raid team in Wrath of the Lich King, and were very successful. We were able to grow the guild in Wrath of the Lich King up to 10 man. We had 4 10-mans and 2 25-man raids going per week. That was a little excessive, but that's how successful we were. We were in full heroic raiding content, and we went into Cataclysm, and we cut down to 2 raid teams, but we were still very successful all the way into heroics, and then on to mists, and then so on into Warlords of Draenor, and here we are now. Our former name used to be the Horde Empire. We unfortunately had to change that because, like on many servers, there are guilds with Horde in the name, and on ours there were many guilds with Horde in the name that were very, 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 very shitty. And it made recruiting people for extra raid teams very hard because we get confused. So we came up with the name of 7. And we've been going with that pretty much since, I believe, Cataclysm. I forget when the
Yeah,
name's
that's about right.
changed. And that's pretty much
Cat.
where we've been. We're a good group of people. We have a certain standard for things, treat people decent, and you'll be treated decent. And we don't tolerate douchebags. So if you're a douchebag, you might as well keep moving.
And as far as the whole philosophy, I guess you can answer this one, Andrew. What kind of philosophy has 7 had?
Well, that has changed. Like many things, our philosophy and the way that we do things changed based on the people that we have. The people in the guild are what makes the guild. So we started off where raiding wasn't like Gary said, raiding wasn't even a thing, and then it became a thing, and then we were happy to just be there. Eventually, we were a very, very elite guild. I mean, people knew us on the server pretty much. At this point, I don't think that there's enough energy for, Mythic. I don't think we're going to be doing Mythic. If we have the people for it, who want to do it, that's always an opportunity. But really, we want to address what I have been called the guild issue. And the guild issue has been and is that the game is so old that people have this. There's either the people who guild hop and they're all over the place and they don't give a shit as long as they get gear. And then the other people, they stay to their guild with like 4 or 5 people in it, and they're not capable of doing anything because they're only 4 or 5 people. We want to address the guild issue. We can't have a whole server with a million different guilds with 3 to 5 people in them. Nobody's able to do anything. Our goal would be to create a guild where it's very diverse. We're able to have people in there who want to collect orc blood and play dress up and all that stuff. We want those people. We want people who are able and competent on raiding on all levels. We're not looking for the super elitist douchebag. So the person who's going to be raiding end game content on Mythic in 25 or whatever in the first months, we're probably not looking for that person because they kind of bum you down. But we are looking for competent raiders, people who are able to take direction. Right? Everybody wants to kind of be a chief. We need some people who are able to just take direction, and if they have the leadership skills, we have officers, and we always promote people up. There's me and Zara as co-GM and GM, but Mogwin and Lion here are officers, so there's always room for people to rise, but we can't have people who want to completely change where we're going and what we're doing. Ideally, if we have enough people, like in the past, we had multiple raid teams. If we could have a separate raid team, that would be ideal, because then you can have people in their places. You can have the more hardcore people in one team and the less hardcore people in another team, and then you get the opportunity to utilize alts, because everybody knows that playing one tune isn't enough when you have when you're bitten by the WoW bug. You want to play everything.
Oh, pretty much. Now, as far as that goes, Ben, you've been pretty much a tank since Wrath. If you
Yes.
want to talk a little bit about, how you met Zara and Zandam back then.
Well, I was, I kind of started out being in one of those guilds that was confused for the Horde Empire, and I got out of there as soon as I realized how shitty it was, and with some friends that I had made in that guild, and we kind of formed our own small raid group, and we were raiding, and I got bit by the WoW bug, and I wanted to play everything, and so I had multiple characters I wanted to play, and I just happened to they were looking for a pug, somebody to fill out the raid group, and I raided with Gary and with Zan and Zara in one of their 25 mans, and just kind of went from there. And I eventually became the guild leader of that guild that my friends and I started, and kind of ran it for a while, and then that died, and just eventually came to Horde Empire VII, and been with them ever since. It's been awesome. I love it. I love all of these guys. It's been a great experience.
Sweet. So
and we don't beat him, by the way. We do not make him say that.
Yeah.
It's true. They don't.
So Zara, what are we looking at going forward? Like, we in Warlords, we were raiding Hellfire Citadel. We raided pretty much all the content that this expansion had to offer. So where are we going for in Legion?
We're looking to establish a good raid team, a good solid raid team. Foremost, having fun, progressing through normals, and then progressing through heroic. Our goal is heroic completion, and if we do that and we do that well, maybe we'll try some mythics, but we're not striving for mythics. We're not putting that like, oh, we have to do it, and if you can't, comply or play good enough for mythic, we have no use for you. That's not what it's about. You know, we're our goal is to move forward, find new people, good people, hopefully like-minded people who just want to have fun, but they want to raid and they enjoy playing their class and they enjoy playing it competitively with other guild mates. You know, if you're playing something competing for, you know, mitigation, HPS, you know, percentile rating, stuff like that, but friendly, not, you know, no, you know, douchebags or cocksuckers, of course.
Yeah, the one thing I like about our guild is the fact that we are really competitive towards one another, which always spurs on, you know, well, any type of competitive nature always spurs on to be better. And that's the one thing I've liked, you know, what Kai and Ben usually do, and as far as their tanking goes, or, you know, the healing meters and stuff like that, and always trying to, you know, have all that stuff squared away. So I'd say, you know, if you're looking for, you see, I've never considered Seven as far as I've been in here. I've always considered us like a semi-casual rating guild because, or a semi-hardcore rating guild. I'm sorry.
And that's an accurate statement.
Yeah, and it's because, you know, we are when we are in raid, we're in business. You know, we're not here, we're not, you know, screwing around or anything like that. You know, when we're in raid, we're there to have fun, but we're there to kill the bosses. You know, like, and the thing is that, you know, in some other guilds, you have conversations going on while a raid boss is going on. That's not what goes on in our raid. You know, we when the raid is going on, you know, tanks are calling out stuff, healers are calling out stuff, DPS
We
are
save it for in between the fights.
exactly. We save it for in between the fights. And you know, I've been in other guilds where they're having like full blown conversations like in the middle of a raid fight. And I'm like, and then the tanks are just like needing to talk to one another, but they can't because this guy is talking about how his bicycle messed up and, you know, how he's going to go get it fixed next Tuesday. And it's like, why is this important right now? Like, we're literally in the middle of a fight. So yes, that's the one thing that I love about our guild is the fact that we're very professional and we treat people professionally, you know, but we also have fun doing it. And I think that's what people are looking for when it comes to a guild, you know what I mean? And they're looking for that like-mindedness that Zara was talking about. You know, like we're all huge comic book nerds, anime nerds. Um, we talk and fathom about how to improve World of Warcraft. I mean, we can sit and vent and talk about all these things for hours and hours and hours upon hours. So if you are one of those people, then you need to send us an invite or send us a tell on you know, our server on Thunderhorn. We are a horde based server, so this, you know, if you play
Fuck the
alliance,
alliance.
I'm sorry, but we don't play alliance. We play horde, and so
Fuck the alliance.
That's right.
so if you are alliance, I apologize for you know, actually I don't. I really hate the alliance, so fuck the
They ain't
alliance.
listening. They're too busy blowing each other. Fucking lines.
So if you want to join our guild, you like, you know, what you heard. Now, right now, we're still debated on time frames and like what days we're going to be raiding. But if you just right now you're in a guild, the guild's not doing anything. You haven't heard anything from your guild. No one's spoken to you. You're just like in between, like in the air, like I don't know, send us an invite, you know, send us a tell, you know, we'd love to have you, would love to speak to you, you know, and we see if we mesh, you know what I mean? See if, you know, we jive and, you know, if we can all connect and have laughs and have a good time and stuff. And most
Maybe we
likely,
won't. It happens. Sometimes things don't work out and it's not for you. And we're usually cool with that as long as you're not, you know, fucking cocksucker. But,
Yeah,
you know, the thing is, you know, the way we look at it when we're raiding, like for the most of us, the guild leaders, like if we get to a point where like we all start wiping, we don't turn into douchebags going like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?" Like we're more like, "Oh, we're not doing good. People are getting frustrated, and what bothers us is that our guildies are getting frustrated that they can't get it down. Like that's where we all come from. So
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
We'll
Is there
we'll
anything?
we'll take we'll take somebody who maybe they're not the best of the best, but they need to have compliance. You know, we typically don't like somebody who's I only DPS on this tune and I don't have an off spec. You know, having an off spec viable is definitely going to increase your chances. You know, if we need you to change a talent or glyph or something that that is expected. That's not. We're not going to beg for it. If you're not going to do it, we can take somebody else who will.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else that y'all wanted to basically let people know? Now, as far as
More or
how
less
they
it.
can get a hold of us, they could always log on to Thunderhorn, and they can slash tell Lion of Judah if you see my character online, or just do a slash who 7 and just see who's online, and anyone will be able to direct you to any one of the officers. We also have a Facebook page on 7. Is it public, Zen?
It is public. The group is not public, but the actual page itself is. So if they
Okay.
go to Seven Guild on Facebook, let me get yeah, it's facebook.com/VII Guild. That will come up to the 7 page, which they'll be able to contact probably me on, and I can forward them to wherever they need to be. I find that in-game mail is actually a really good tool that nobody uses because it stays in your mailbox for 30 days. So if you come on and you're looking for Lion of Judah and he's not there, if you in-game mail him, when he logs on, he will see it.
That's right. That was going to be the next thing I was going to say. I was thinking about that too. I was like, just do an in-game mail. But basically, I'll have the Facebook page in the description below, so that way you can click on that, find us as soon as possible. And like I said, hopefully we see you in Legion. But I know in Legion we will be raiding, of course. And
Oh,
that's pretty much any of the spots that we'll have open. We're looking for basically everything: tanks, heals. Like I know people are always like, "Oh, what are you looking for?" We're looking for everything. So it really
it,
doesn't matter
it's
what you play. If you play
it,
something, we'll take you.
it's dumb that I have to add this, but girls are welcome. I know some guilds are kind of strange about that, but we do actually have female players, a bunch of them.
Good
So
ones too.
they're very good. They're not just there for ha ha, I'm a girl. We don't do that. I'm cute and I'm a girl. We actually have some girl players that are actually very good. If you are a female player, you're more than welcome to join. We don't really have pervy weird guys who are creepy
And the other
so
caveat
so
too is
much.
there is a no cussing policy in our guild. I'm just
Oh,
joking.
fuck off.
uh, so that's pretty much it for this
Cussing
video,
policy.
guys.
Suck a
So
dick.
if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you, like I said, if you have friends that are looking for a guild, let's say if there's a group of you guys, because I know, hey, your chances are you're playing with someone, your friends, they need a place to go to, bring them along as well. We'll be more than happy to interview them, to talk to them, to send them an invite. Just send us an invite, send us a tell, send us a mail. And would you like to say bye, guys?
Later.
Awesome.
See you later.
All right, this is Lion of Judah. I will see you guys later.